Hello students, myself Dr. Anindita Mukherjee, Assistant Professor of Department of Civil Engineering, Swami Vivekananda Institute of Science and Technology. I am going here about to discuss the course named Engineering Hydrology, subject code CEPC 502. I will start the hydrogeology from very basic part and I will get deeper into lecture by lecture. So let's get into it. Before going to start the lecture, please have a look on the course content. So, our first module, that is hydrology. In this part, we will discuss about the hydrologic cycle, global water budget and India's water budget. In the next module or second module, you can say that is the catchment. Here we will discuss about the types of the catchment, factors characterizing a catchment, delineation a catchment boundary, etc. The next module and the third module, that is the measurement of precipitation. Here we get know about the various type of rain gauges, its network and number of rain gauge station, how can we calculate. Next module, that is the process of rainfalling data. Here we can delineate the rainfall estimation and the various type of method like arithmetic method, Thousand polygon, isohydral method. In the next module, we will discuss about the evaporation, and the next module we will discuss about the stream flow measurement. In the seventh module, we will discuss about the runoff processing and its factors. And the next module that is very important, that is the unit hydrograph. And the next module or ninth module, that is the floods, how can we control it, and the frequency studies, return period, etc. And last unit, that is the flood routing. Here we will know about some methods about the routing process. So this is our syllabus or course content, right? So now I am going here to discuss the introductory part of the basic concept, right? So hydro means we all know that is the water, and logy, that the word comes from the Greek word logos, that is the science. So we can say the hydrology means the science of water. The hydrology and hydrogeology, this is the very similar term. But where is the difference? So hydrology, basically we can say the study of the water, including rain, snow and water on the earth's surface, covering its properties, distribution, utilization, etc. In other words, the study of the water in all its forms and from its origin to all its destination on the earth, said by Bruce in 1990. After that, in 1999, by Ward and Robinson, the science dealing with the waters of the earth and their occurrence, distribution, circulation, their chemical and physical properties and their interaction with the environment. But the hydrogeology terms refers the branch of science or the area of the geology that deals with the distribution and movement of groundwater in the earth's surface. Now, the branches of the geology. We can say we are getting the two types of branches, that is the surface water hydrology and groundwater hydrology. So, the surface water hydrology belongs to all type of surface water except atmospheric and groundwater. Whereas the groundwater hydrology, that is the subsurface water that belongs to the water in wells and underground cavity water. Now we have to know the scopes that are present in hydrology and its societal importance. This is very important. So we can say for the first factor, that is for the knowing the sources of water in the particular area or in a certain area, we use the hydrology. Beside this, we can get the knowledge of quality and quantity of the water in a particular area. For distribution of river water for fulfilling of different areas forming needs. Tremendous importance that is given to the hydrology all over the world in the development and management of the water resources for irrigation, water supply, flood control, water logging, salinity control, and hydropower and navigation. So the maximum probable flood that may occur at a given site and its frequency thus required for safe design of drain, culverts, dams and reservoirs, channels and other flood control structures also. As the water is the most valuable natural resources that is essential for human and animal life. Industry and agriculture also. So it is basically used for generation, navigation, fisheries also. Now the main jobs for a hydrologist, that are the collection, analysis of the data and making prediction out of this data. So firstly, collection of data comprises rainfall data, snowfall and snow melt data, runoff data and topographic maps and groundwater data. Secondly, analysis of hydrologic data that includes checking it for consistency and homogeneity as well as finding its various statistical parameters. Thirdly, the prediction means to find design values and the maximum possible events like rainfall, floods, droughts. So, various approaches used like statistical, physical, etc. Now, I am coming the very basic part that all of you studied in your lower class from 8, 9 like this in the geography, that is the hydrological cycles. So, as of all of you previously read about this in the school level, so just revising it. So, hydrologic cycle, that is also called the water cycle, right? So, it deals with basically the origin and distribution of the water on the globe. So, this cycle describes the continuous recirculating transport of water of the earth, linking atmosphere, land and ocean. To explain it briefly, water evaporates from the ocean surface driven by energy from the sun and joins the atmosphere, moving inland as clouds. Once inland, atmospheric conditions act to condense and precipitate water onto the land surface, where, driven by the gravitational forces, it returns to the ocean through river and streams. So the process is quite complex, containing many subcycles. So hydrological processes include precipitation, interception, evaporation, transpiration, infiltration, overland flow, surface runoff and groundwater flow. So all these processes will be described in the brief later on. So this is very important slide. Please take a look very seriously on water distribution on the earth surface. We know 97% of the total water is present on the earth as saline water, and rest of the only 3% that will go to the freshwater accounts. So out of this 3%, 68.7% will go to ice caps and glaciers, 30.1% that present as groundwater, 0.3% present as surface water, while 0.9% will go to the others. So in 0.3% surface water, lakes are taking 87%, swamps 11% and rivers 2%. Now I'm coming the need of the groundwater. So in previous slide you saw a very little percentage of surface water that present on the earth surface. So we need groundwater. Also that mean the groundwater is very important in our daily life. So groundwater is used in irrigation, household as well as industrial purposes. But this type of dependency leads to a very rapid and worrying deterioration in the nation's groundwater resources. As a result, the quality of groundwater has been continuously deteriorating. So now take a quick review. So hydrology is the science that deals with all aspects of the water available on the earth, whereas the hydrogeology, that is the branch of geology, deals with the occurrence, distribution, movement and chemistry of water. As the water is the most valuable natural resources and essential for human and animal life and industry and agriculture also. So this tremendous importance given to the hydrology all over the world for the development and management of the water resources, as the water is very important in our daily life for irrigation, for flood control, water logging, hydropower, navigation, in all the processes. So this type of water is fulfilled by the hydrological cycle, that is very important. So this cycle is important because it is how water reaches plants, animals and us. So beside providing people, animals and plants with water, it also moves things like nutrients, pathogens, sediments and in and out of aquatic ecosystem. So that's all for the today and thank you so much.